One more impossibility. Thinkers and possibility achievers. Once a philosophy is not best expressed in words, it is expressed in the choices that we make. Mm. In the long run, we shape our lives and we shape ourselves. The process never ends until we die, and the choices we make are ultimately our own responsibility. Once a philosophy is not the best expressed in words, it is expressed in the choices we make. In the long run, we shape our lives and we shape ourselves. The process never ends until we die, and the choices we make are ultimately our own responsibility. The fundamental philosophy of One More combines both acts of thinking and doing. To fully realize your best life, it is not enough to think about what you want to do. Your thinking can be persistent and spot on. Unless you put actions to those thoughts, you are not going anywhere in life. One more thinkers must also be one more doers. To frame the merits of these two elements the right way, I want you to become an impossibility thinker and a possibility achiever. Learn to think and do reach. If you are serious about improving your life, one of the best books on the subject is Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. Generations of successful business people, entrepreneurs, entertainers, athletes, and those of more modest means and the goals worldwide have clearly developed ideas and have been inspired to the next level of greatness after reading this seminal book. As one more thinker, you should read the Hill's books if you haven't done so already. It has several great tools to break through the barriers and become a more dynamic impossibility thinker who dares to dream about things that most others think of as impossible. Your dreams equal your riches. Maybe your dream is to live on the ranch and raise cattle in Wyoming, or to launch a company that provides clean drinking water to impoverished areas of the world. You may dream about making a living, playing music, or acting and bringing joy to others as an entertainer. I have profound respect for both Napoleon Hill and the Think and Grow Rich. My only issue with the book is that I don't think it goes far enough in high performance in a cornerstone for contemporary times. Okay, if you read the book, you will see that all these concepts are really primary to thoughts. But you don't get rich simply by thinking. You get rich by doing. More specifically, you get rich, highly productive, or happier when your thoughts and your actions are congruent. Although one of Hill's most famous thoughts is about action, the man who does more than he is paid for will soon be paid for the more than he does. His book doesn't go far enough. You mustn't mirror actions to your thoughts if you want to reach your goals. Your thoughts are the starting point of your dreams, and you owe it to yourself to aim high with your dreams. The sad part is many people never get beyond dreaming. Their dreams end in their thoughts. They unrealized potential to do something great and be happy can be maddening. Dreams are the essence of impossibility thinking. You must be able to dream to plant the seeds of what you think you can do in life. It's when you combine the impossibility thinking with your intentional actions aimed squarely at achieving your dreams that you become a possibility achiever. Think of your dreams as challenges that live inside of you. You lose nothing by challenging yourself this way. It's healthy, and I strongly encourage you to think long and hard about what will help you find your version of riches in life. But don't stop there. To realize what life has in store, you must think and do reach. Dreams and thoughts without accompanying actions will only depress and frustrate you. One more thinkers understand this and implement an updated coordinate of Newton's third law of motion. And you know the original law, which states for every action there is an equal and the opposite reaction. In this case, the updated coronary is for every thought there is an equal and contemporary action. Complementary action, I'm sorry. Complementary action. Those actions act as a pair. Borrowing more from Newton's law, one more thinkers also understand that the size of thoughts you have should equal the force of actions you should take. You can't always control your thoughts. That's the beauty of a human brain at work. There are no wrong dreams in your head. The problem is that it's impossible to measure your thoughts and the thoughts of someone else. However, you can control what you do, and what you do is measurable. For example, if you work out at the gym and you want to increase your arm strength, to set up a rep center on the dumbbell curls, okay? Measuring your process by measuring your actions makes you a possible achiever. I should do doing. Okay. For example, if you work out at the gym and you want to encourage your arm strength, 2 sets of 8 reps and the dumbbell curls can become a 3 sets of 10 reps. If you want better cardio fitness, 30 minutes on the treadmill can become 45 minutes. Instead of working out 3 days a week, you go to the gym 5 days a week. Measuring your progress by measuring your actions make an possible achiever. Are there risks and the costs associated with taking action? Of course, there are. But the risks and the costs associated with not taking actions are a lot more. Inaction stifles progress and kills personal growth. Your time isn't finite and limited, so why would you continue to sit still instead of engaging in the life you are meant to lead? Become an impossibility thinker and a possibility achiever. Great philosophers throughout the history have long understood the link between thoughts and actions. The Greek philosopher Epictetus encouraged his followers to not worry about anything outside of your control. The only things you command are your thoughts and actions. You choose your response. Stop aspiring to be anyone other than your own best self, for that does fall within your control. Let us not love with words or speech, but with actions and truth. Yeah, your beliefs become your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits become your values become your destiny. Beautiful. Mark Twain keep it simpler, but equally effective when it writes, when it wrote, I'm sorry. Actions didn't speak louder than words, but not nearly as often. The concept of being an impossibility thinker and a possibility achiever is not new. The problem is that putting these two ideas together is often overlooked. Procrastination, denial, or fear are common reasons why thinkers get stuck thinking and don't move on to doing. Lots of guys will see the attractive woman and think about asking her out, but only a few will break through the fear and the procrastination and have the guts to follow through. Ever see a beautiful woman on the very average man's arm and ask yourself, how did he do that? He did it because he's a one more impossibility thinker and a possibility achiever. Babies are remarkable human beings. Take the simple act of a baby learning to walk. Okay, if a baby can do it, you can become an impossibility thinker and possibility achiever too. You must be willing to dream big, take a chance, set your worries aside, and do it anyway. Whether it's learning how to ballroom dance, teach race stocks, or set a goal of heading at the or Carnegie Hall, put your subconscious to work, and soon enough, your actions will propel you toward your goals. Watching your silent movie. If you show me your actions and behaviors, I can show you how you think. Wow. Okay, that's because what you do is a reflection in how you're thinking. However, what you're thinking isn't always a reflection of what you do. This is important because once you understand how the relationship between a person's thoughts and actions works, you can predict their behavior. I'm sure you will agree that's a powerful tool to have at your disposal. Here are several examples of what I mean. I can't tell if you're thinking about going on a diet and lose 40 pounds. Okay, several tells of a woman going on a first date with a man would reveal to her the kind of guy he is and whether she will carry the relationship forward. These aren't disqualifiers, but they are indicators. For example, does he open the door for you? If you're in a restaurant, how does he treat the hostess and wait staff? Does he shut his phone off if he's with you? Or at the very least, apologize if he hasn't taken an important phone call? While many people call women's intuition could just be highly tuned observation and note taking. Okay. When you're sitting across on a table from someone attempting to negotiate the big business idea, what does the person body language tell you about their interest level? Are they anxious to wrap things up, or do they ask important questions to drill down to the deal's finer points? Do they try to grind you on very little detail, or do they understand the best deals and win-win and instead seek common ground? In these situations and most of your interactions with others, what you do trumps how you think. Your life isn't based on your thoughts. Your life is based on your actions. Show me what you do, and I'll tell you what you think. To illustrate this point, I've developed something I call watching a silent movie. Suppose in all interactions with others, there was no sound. You had no choice but to make assumptions and decisions about others based only on what their actions were. And in fact, no sound means you can't hear their thoughts. However, despite no sound, you can still see the outcome of their thoughts by how their silent movie plays out in front of you. Here's another easy way to understand and test out watching silent movie. The next time you're sitting on a couch at home and find a show you haven't watched before, you may already do this when friends or family members call you during a show you don't want to stop watching. You mute the television, you having a short chat. All the while eyeballs are in your show. Most of the time, when your call ends, there is no need to rewind. You just unmute and keep watching your show, never feeling like you missed a bear. Alignment and the key. Alignment is the key. In life, winning is all about how well you interact with others. Winning is all about how well you interact with others. Trying to understand what's on someone's mind is a critical element for a positive outcome. It's that, as I've mentioned, you can't always tell what other people are thinking. Yes, many people do tip their hand by talking too much, but just as many people hide their thoughts by being tight-lipped. In some cases, they will even lie to you. What works well, and reading others people works well for you too. Alignment between your thoughts and your actions is essential for success. Alignment between my thoughts and my actions is essential for success. Even though balancing thoughts and actions can be challenging, for many people, alignment occurs when your thoughts manifest themselves in their actions. Hmm. Oh, okay, you take. This is why the best of the best become impossibility thinkers and impossibility achievers. When you set high standards and you take actions congruent with those standards that you thought about, you will enjoy success and bliss. As English philosopher and physician John Locke once said, I have always thought the actions of men the best interpreters of their thoughts. With the seeds firmly planted in your brain, it is so much easier to act a certain way if we are aligned. I know positive thinkers who have won in life, but I also know many skeptical and pessimistic thinkers who have succeeded in life as well. I know some people with a tremendous vision who have won, and the people with an equally big vision who have lost. I also know some people with a limited vision who have succeeded. I know big and aggressive thinkers who have won, and the others who are conservative and risk averse who have won as well. There isn't a single way of thinking that causes people to be successful, but there isn't only one way of acting and behaving that can lead to extraordinary results. Become a one more impossibility thinker and possibility achiever. Reflecting on Martin Luther King Jr. and the strength to love. If you know anything about me, I believe Martin Luther King Jr. is one of the finest human beings who ever lived. I look to him often with reverence, and as a source of comfort and common sense. I want to share this passage from his collection of sermons, Strength to Love, because of its profound impact on me, and I hope it will have the same impact on you as well. There is no final way to sum up the ongoing challenge of what it means to be impossibility thinker and possibility achiever than those words. One of the great tragedies of life is that man seldom bridges a gulf between practice and profession, between doing and saying. A persistent schizophrenia leaves so many of us tragically divided against ourselves. On the one hand, we proudly profess and assert some line and the noble principles, but on the other hand, we sadly practice and very antithesis of these principles. How often are our lives characterized by high blood pressure of the crease and anemia of these. We talk eloquently about our commitment to the principles of Christianity, and yet our lives are saturated with the practices of paganism. We proclaimed our devotion to democracy, but we sadly practice the very opposite of the democratic creed. We talk passionately about peace, and at the same time we assiduously prepare for war. We make our fervent pleas for the high road of justice, and then we treat unflinchingly the low road of injustice. This strange dichotomy, this agonizing gulf between the out and the is, represent the tragic theme of man's and earthly pilgrimage. Okay, that's really difficult words. Okay, Martin Luther King. Alignment is the key. In life, reading is all about how well we are interacting with others. Trying to understand what's on someone's mind is a crucial or critical element for the positive outcome. Expect, as I mentioned, you can't always tell what other certain people are thinking. Yes, many people do tip their hand by talking too much, but just as many people hide their thoughts by being tight-lipped. In some cases, they will even lie to you. What works well and the reading other people works well for you too. Alignment between your thoughts and actions is essential for success. Even though balancing thoughts and actions can be challenging for many people, alignment occurs when your thoughts manifest themselves in the actions you take. This is why the best and best become impossibility thinkers and the possibility achievers. When you set high standards and take actions congruent with those standards that you thought about, you will enjoy success and bliss. As the English philosopher and physician John Locke once said, I have always thought the action of men the best interpreters of their thoughts. With the seeds firmly planted in your brain, it is much easier to act a certain way if we are aligned. I know positive thinkers who have won in life, but I also know many skeptical and pessimistic thinkers who have succeeded in life as well. I know some people with a tremendous vision who have won, and the people with the equality big vision who have lost. I also know some people in limited vision who have succeeded. I know big and aggressive thinkers who have won and others who are conservative and the risk adverse who have won as well. There is no single way of thinking that causes people to be successful, but there is only one way of acting and behaving that can lead extraordinary results. Become a one more impossibility thinker and a possibility achiever. Okay, stop